Let me ask you something. Be honest. Do you feel like you're capable of more, but your life just doesn't reflect it? Not broke, not helpless, not clueless, just stuck. You wake up, you scroll, you think, you plan, and somehow, days pass, weeks pass, years pass, and nothing really changes. That's the most dangerous place a human can be, because when you're completely broken, you're forced to act. But when you're almost fine, you rot slowly. And nobody talks about this state, because from the outside, you look okay. But inside, you feel late, behind, underutilized, like you're wasting something important. This video is not here to motivate you. It's here to explain something uncomfortable. Why people who feel capable often end up doing nothing. Let's start with something very real. You don't feel lazy. You don't feel stupid. You don't feel powerless. You feel confused and tired. Tired of starting again. Tired of thinking. Tired of promising yourself things you don't keep. You tell yourself, next month I'll be serious. Once things settle down, I'll focus. I just need clarity. But clarity never comes. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from movement. And movement is exactly what you avoid. Not because you can't do it, but because you're afraid of what it will reveal. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You are not scared of failing. You are scared of trying and realizing that you're not as special as you thought. That hits hard, because your entire identity is built on potential. I could do great things. I just haven't started yet. I know more than most people. Potential feels good. Effort puts that fantasy at risk. That's why you stay in your head. That's why you consume instead of create. That's why you plan instead of execute. Thinking keeps your ego safe. Action exposes you. Let's talk about your daily life. You wake up already tired, not physically, mentally. Your brain feels heavy. Decisions feel annoying. Small tasks feel bigger than they should. So you delay, you distract, you escape. Phone, music, videos, imaginary conversations in your head. And at night, you suddenly become motivated. You tell yourself, tomorrow I'll fix everything. That night, motivation is fake. It's guilt trying to calm itself. Real motivation shows up in the morning, and yours doesn't. Not because you're broken, but because your brain is overstimulated and under-disciplined. Here's something brutal. You are addicted to mental comfort. Not comfort like sleep. Comfort like certainty. You want to feel ready. You want to feel confident. You want to feel sure. But readiness is a lie. Confidence is built after action. Certainty is earned through repetition. You're waiting for things that only come after you start. That's why you feel stuck in a loop. Let's address the real enemy. Your life has no pressure. Not fake pressure, real pressure. Nothing bad happens when you waste a day. Nothing breaks when you quit early. Nobody calls you out. Nobody holds you accountable. So your brain chooses the easiest path. Comfort becomes your default personality. And slowly, silently, your standards drop. Not all at once. Bit by bit. You stop demanding excellence from yourself. You stop respecting your own words. You stop trusting yourself. That's why your confidence feels fake. Because deep down, you know you don't follow through. This is the part most people avoid hearing. You don't hate your life enough to change it. It's tolerable, manageable, acceptable. And that's the most dangerous level of suffering. Because nothing forces you to move. Now listen carefully. You don't need a new strategy. You don't need more information. You don't need motivation. You need friction. You need difficulty, resistance, structure. You need to make not acting painful. Because right now, inaction is comfortable, and your brain always chooses comfort. Let me describe the version of you secretly respect. They wake up tired and still move. They don't feel confident and still act. They don't wait for mood. They don't negotiate with feelings. They move first. Feel later. That's not talent. That's discipline. And discipline is not motivation. It's identity. Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop asking, "How do I feel today?" Start asking, "What would a disciplined version of me do?" Even when it feels boring. Even when it feels pointless. Even when nobody notices. Especially then. You feel capable because you are capable. But capability without execution turns into self-hatred over time. That's why you feel irritated. That's why small things trigger you. That's why you compare yourself silently. It's not jealousy, it's regret. Regret for not becoming who you could have been. This video isn't here to inspire you. It's here to warn you. If you don't create pressure, time will. And time is ruthless. One day you'll wake up, and the option to start will feel heavier. Your energy will be lower. Your responsibilities higher. Your excuses more convincing. And the cost of change will double. So do something simple. Not dramatic. Not perfect. Just uncomfortable enough. One action. Every day. No emotion attached. Let your identity catch up later. That's how you escape this loop. Not by thinking. Not by waiting. Not by watching videos like this forever. But by acting while you still feel capable. Because feeling capable and doing nothing is the loudest warning sign there is. And now you can't say you didn't know.